Alrighty everybody, today I am back, but this time it's gonna be a wig styling video, and I have been meaning to post this video for so long. This is for my Caulifla wig from Dragon Ball Super. This is the bloopers video. Pretty much the video where I spent 4 hours trying to figure out how to follow a YouTube tutorial on how to do this. Just so you know, the total time for this wig for me to complete it was 9 hours. So you could just imagine me breaking this up into a video. Anyway, this was the first time I had ever styled a wig completely that required like spikes and other materials. I will be listing the wig, the hairspray, and all of the products I use below as always. I pretty much just wanted to post this video to show everybody that cosplay is not all pretty. We all do struggle. There is struggles in everything. We don't always post the imperfections, and here it is, y'all. I am not one to hide anything. I am more than happy to show you guys my struggles, and this is a lot of the stuff that I learned. I will eventually post a wig styling video experience for this, just so you guys know as well. So I actually just got a basic black long wig off of Amazon. And I went off of a YouTuber's video, which I will post below as well. She is amazing, an amazing cosplayer, an amazing stylist at making like just a bunch of cool cosplays. And it was definitely helpful, but I did not have the right materials. I cannot stress enough how important it is to have the correct materials when styling a wig, mainly with the hairspray. You need the correct hairspray, and definitely having extra, I believe it's called weaves, which is like the strands of hair to add onto the wig itself, the little wig cap that's in the inside. But as you can see, I learned that a lot of teasing is required. And when I say teasing, I mean like way harder teasing than what I'm doing. I also watched another YouTuber slash cosplayer's video that told me that to actually perfectly style a spike, you must completely destroy the wig pretty much. You need to tease the heck out of this wig. So just know you need to tease the heck out of this wig. And when I mean that, I mean you gotta break the bristles. So yes, the front of this wig so far looks really awesome in my opinion, right? I was like, look how pretty it's looking. It is looking amazing. But in reality, they needed to be a lot more poofy, a lot more teased, and it just required a lot more for me to do. So, as I was saying, you gotta tease. But also, be careful. Know that when you tease, you actually have to brush out as well. So, when I say you need to break the bristles, I mean literally break the bristles. Your hair is going to look like you burnt it with a hair straightener by the end of this, and I need to tease a lot more than what I'm teasing now. The hair right now, believe it or not, is too pretty. So yeah, I will also see if I can find that YouTuber that gave me that advice so I can post her channel and video below. But yes, teasing is very important, having teasing combs as well as teasing brushes, the correct hairspray, and just knowing that pretty much most of the time is going to be spent teasing. So with that being said, after 4 hours of me trying to do this, as you can see, I'm like teasing and I'm like putting hairspray. Ooh, I'm gonna stand up the spike. I learned a lot. First of all, I stayed up until 3:30 in the morning trying to style this wig. By that time, I was giving up and I decided to go to bed. It is okay to take a break, you guys. Just be aware that taking time to rethink your plan for the next day is 100% fine, because you will do a lot better. And like I said, this was my first time styling a wig. As you can see, I'm constantly teasing. I'm even teasing with combs that came with the wig, which actually is super awesome for detangling. This wig was a mess, but like I said, I wanted you guys to see that I am not perfect. You will need a hair dryer as well. I did not mention that. And hot glue as well for this wig. There's a couple different ways that you can actually decide to style this wig. There is the way that is going to be shown throughout my next video, and as well in the tutorial video of the cosplayer that pretty much I followed to do this wig, sort of, with whatever I had on hand. So there's her video, and then I did see another way. So the other way was pretty much using paper underneath the spikes and just wrapping, gluing hair onto those paper spikes, and eventually gluing those spikes onto the wig weave cap thing. So that is probably what I'll end up doing. I will say that the way I am putting up these spikes right now, the next day maybe one or two were still up and then the other ones went down. So realistically, spiking your hair like this will not work. Other things that people recommended to me is using hair gel. Yes, there is hair gel out there that can do this, but you need to realize that you're actually trying to get a fuller, thicker look when it comes to styling this style of wig, especially because Dragon Ball Z characters have so much hair, you guys. So that will not work, because hair gel will actually flatten out the spike, requiring you to need more hair. In the case of you having a lot of hair, that might be an option as well. Another option would be to have like foam cones and have those underneath, and then gluing hair on them as well, kind of like the paper, and then gluing it onto the wig cap. I do plan on recreating this wig eventually, but there is some really downer points about this wig. It is huge. It is huge. If you do not have wig storage or an area to place your wig, be aware that it's gonna be an issue. Where's it gonna go? So I wore this wig once. Once it's completed, you will see how it came out. It actually came out super awesome. I wore it once, and yeah, after moving around quite a bit, one of the spikes started to go down. It's also because I decided to do some TikToks, meaning I was dancing and moving around a little too much. That's why I want to redo it. And just so you know, if you look at, I'm doing that back spike. The back spike on Dragon Ball Z characters is always the biggest and thickest spike. It did not go well for me. As you can see, it just went down. And in the tutorial video, she actually ended up making a spike out of foil, and then she ended up wrapping it around with hair. So that is what I recommend doing. Be aware when you're doing stuff like this, though, your wig is going to be super heavy. If you are using foil, your wig is going to be super heavy. So yeah, these wigs are really heavy. I'm like, what else can I say? These wigs are really heavy. And what else can I tell you guys? Just teasing. I guess teasing is very, very important when it comes to doing this. As you can see, I'm trying to tease it even more. But if we're talking about reality, I needed more hair. If you're going to do a wig like this, what I ended up doing is I ended up cutting my spikes. And when I cut the spikes, cut the hair for the spikes at a specific length, when I cut them down, I had extra hair, which you can see is on my desk. And I ended up going and putting those pieces of hair into those areas eventually, but you need way more hair than this. One wig is not going to be enough. You are definitely going to have to buy some hair extension weaves. I believe that's what they're called. I always mess up that word. But extra hair is definitely needed. Making a wig like this can be affordable, but if you want it to be 100% usable for like a bunch long time, it might get a bit expensive. Just be aware. So this was tried too. I went crazy and just destroyed it all, and I'm like, okay, I brushed out the entire hair. Now I'm gonna go ahead and try doing the bangs. I did do the bangs, and this part came out a little bit better. I teased it a little bit more. I ended up fluffing it a little bit more, and then I used my hairspray to go ahead and, my hairspray to go ahead and, toughen it up, and then I used the blow dryer. Same thing, I had already cut the other side here, so I'm just trying to recreate the other side. But I did definitely need more teasing, so I am teasing a lot more here, and when I say more teasing, I mean like a lot more teasing, you guys. A lot more. So I'm brushing it out with the comb that the wig came with. Like I said, it's really great to detangle, and then it kind of gave it a fluffier, fuller look, which is exactly what was needed. So I'm just continuing that process, added some hairspray and then blow drying it. The heat actually helps you form it, and like I said, pretty much you want your wig hair to look like you had just accidentally put it on the highest heat on your hair straightener and completely just straightened the hair where you weren't supposed to because it was a synthetic wig. If you have accidentally straightened a synthetic wig, you know that it'll crimp and be like super nasty, and yeah, that's kind of what you're trying to get to. So just be aware that it's gonna look ugly. If you guys have any questions on, my experience, before I post my final experience video, definitely feel free to comment, post a comment or ask. I am more than happy to tell you about my experience. I will say, will I do this again? Yes, but wig styling is definitely one of the things that I have to give myself time. I can't do a wig and then say, oh, next week I'm going to do another one, because wig styling can be super stressful. And as you can see, that spike looks way better after I completely brushed it out. This was still around 3 in the morning. This was at 3 in the morning, so almost to the point where I was done. But that first spike came out awesome because I teased it a lot more, and then I added the hairspray and I cut the spike a little bit better. So don't give up. Just know, if you're trying to do a wig like this, it might take you anywhere like it did for me. 4 hours of trial and error, and the other 5 hours will be the actual styling. I hope this video kind of helped. Sorry if I rambled quite a bit. I wanted to kind of touch all the points there that I could touch on while I was making this video, but last thing I gotta say is keep all of the hair that you're cutting off, because it might be helpful to you in the future, and you'll definitely see that in my next video, which is going to be part 2 of this wig styling. So I hope you guys liked this video. Please like and subscribe, and if you guys would like me to do more videos that are wig styling or styling like this, definitely go ahead and comment that below as well, and I will try my best to do a video like this every once in a while, because like I said, I'm trying to stay sane when doing these kind of videos, and you could tell with my face reactions. Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and look at my social media. See ya. Bye.